Hello everyone, today is the official start of planting my seeds for my 2012 CSA garden. If you count the onions, it's not the start, but this is the main start for the year. And let me give you a little bit of a rundown about how I'm going to go about doing it, and then I'll show you some clips of what I'm doing exactly. But basically, this is how I'm going to start. I got my seeds. Today I'm planting my eggplant and my 5 types of pepper. Quick rundown of the types: I got a Caribbean red, very hot pepper. I got some Peruvian purple. I got these from a Bayou Gardener forum member. I just misplaced who it was from, but anyway, thank you. I got some Hungarian hot wax peppers, got some cayennes, and I got some California Wonder bells. And then my eggplant, which is just Ravina F1, it's a hybrid. It has a long light green / gray purple skin to it. I got some colored pencils. This here is my seeding chart. Basically, since I'm doing a market garden CSA type of thing, I'm not just planting what I want this year. I have a bit of a list. Hopefully you can see that. You know, of every type of vegetable. And then inside the vegetable, inside each category, if you will, like here for my peppers, I have the, why is that so blurry? I apologize for that being blurry. Anyway, I have my list of my the types of seeds, the color, the maturity date, and how many weeks to start indoors, and how many I want to start. For my peppers this year, I'm starting 64, or the goal is to have 64. I will be seeding probably quite a bit more than that, maybe close to 70 or so, just to make sure I have germination. So I have my list here of what I want to do, and then I printed this out. This is just basically a 128 cell scaled paper model of this. Instead of putting a tag in every one of these little cells, I figure what I'm going to do is just make a little mark here, a little abbreviation, maybe with a colored pencil or just a pen, of what type is in each cell. So this here would be the 4th cell from the bottom, first row, corresponds with the 4th cell from the bottom, that row. So that way it kind of keeps these looking a lot neater, plus I can have a dome on top of it without having to worry about tags sticking up or tags getting wet and then getting ruined. And this way it just keeps me a paper copy of something that I can then import into the computer that I can use for next year. And then here as well is just a little chart I made on Excel. Basically, you know, vegetables, the date I seeded, amount seeded, germinated, transplanted, planted in the garden, etc. So basically go down the list, write down what I'm doing that day. The varieties would be pepper, California Wonder. Seeding date is today's date, which I think is maybe the 10th or something. I'm not exactly sure, in March. And then the amount I seeded, the amount germinated, date I transplanted them, and the date they went in the garden. That way I can take this information, put it towards next year's garden. I figured being prepared with notes and everything is a good way to start. And it basically leaves less room for error, maybe not for this year, but for following years. If I can keep good notes this year and say, hey, this is how many peppers I planted this year, this was enough to serve however many shares. If I want to bump it up to say 25% more shares, I bump this amount up 25%, and there you go. It's kind of, math is pretty simple, and keeping detailed records makes it even more simpler. And anyway, just a quick shot. These are my onions. If you remember, less than a week ago I cut these back and they're already going like crazy. So anyway, that's how I'm basically going to start each and every type of seed. So in my next video, I'll take you along about how I go about getting from this to a planted flat. Thanks for watching.